orange flavor mother.
Hey everyone, it's King CK here with, well, this is the tour. So if you guys have been watching the Building the Magic series, and if you guys want to, you guys can go watch and watch the ship being built. But today I'll be doing a quick tour of the inside of the Disney Magic, which before we get started, I'm going to make the time day again, so we're not wandering the ship in the middle of the night. So, alright, we can get started here. I'll work our way on the outside at the end of the tour, and then for now we'll just start on the receiving decks. So we'll go down here. Hop on down here, and then we'll walk up onto the ship. So it starts out here. We get into the tender deck lobbies, which are, which if you get to like a port or something, a lot of times instead of parking the ship at a dock, they'll park it out in the seas, and then they use little ships to tow you in, just so they don't have to worry about docking it if they're only there for like a couple hours. So all right, there's not much on this floor. I think there are some rooms back this way, which I'll show you guys one of the rooms. So whoops, I'm gonna break a block apparently. So here you just got a little room. Little not so fancy room. There's only like I think 20 of them down here maybe. So, and then up this way you got a medical center, which we never ended up finishing, and we decided not to do just because no real purpose behind it. And then we'll work our way up to the second deck. So this is deck 1. We'll work our way on up here. Got deck 2, which is all rooms. And so right here you got the more fancy room. And before you guys go and bitch about the wool beds, the reason we did wool beds is because with World Edit, with large amounts of beds, it will automatically just delete them. So that way if you guys all got the World Saver schematic, you wouldn't have any beds in the ship. So we just decided to do wool beds. So this is deck 2, nothing really on it. Once again, just a deck full of passengers. Right here we're up at Beat Street. So we'll work our way back to the Atrium, and then I'll show you guys the haul of this floor together all kind of at once. So we'll work our way back here. So here is the Atrium lobby. So I'll quick give you guys an overview. You got the little fancy chandelier up there. You got over here you got the guest services and shore excursion decks or desks, which these are like if you're gonna be at a port or something, you'll book your events ahead of time. Back there's just a little closet area where staff would have desks and stuff. Right here you got the guest services, so if you're on the ship, all that kind of fun stuff, like a hotel. And then, so right here you got the elevators, like, as you can see. Then the fancy, like, wooden paneling on the ceiling. So we'll work back here to the very first restaurant on this deck, which is Lumiere's, which is kind of like a fancy family restaurant. And then we will go over here, so we'll work our way around this corner. Here is the restaurant, or not restaurant, but a kitchen where you make all the food for the restaurants and all that kind of cool stuff. Right here you got kind of like food storages, freezers, or ovens, depending on how you look at them. And then we got fun buttons, which I don't get along with. There we go. If I can actually get through the door, then we'll work our way back up around here. You got an internet cafe, which just kind of has stuff, and then or laptops, and then right here that's painting. That painting is a life buoy on the official Operation Infinite Ocean texture pack, if you guys have been following that too. And apparently I think I just broke a window somewhere. Oh well. Here's the Pro-Made Lounge, which has just kind of chairs and stuff, little lounge area, little bar. Then we will, right here is the back entrance of Lumiere's. And so we'll work our way back up to those front lounges you guys saw earlier, which will work our way up and around. We have to go. Normally this deck goes straight through, but due to the way we put the stairs, we made it so you guys have to walk around it, which doesn't really make a big deal, big difference in the plans, I guess you could say. So here's the Rock and D bar. Little stage up there, bar right here, the little checkered floors, all the seating and stuff, and then back in that little corner where all those torches are, that's kind of like where they have the lights operated and stuff. Then right here is the restrooms or whatever. But here's where it gets a little tricky. So up in front there's 2 lounges, and normally the theater is in between those lounges. Or well, there is an elevator, but unfortunately due to the way the deck plans are, we had to push the theaters back or the lounges back, and we pushed the theater forward to maximize space and to make a better theater. So nothing was taken out, just a few things were rearranged, and I broke a door which I'll put back. Oops. Okay, come on, door. Block the door. Gotta love the bugs in this game. Alright, so here's the, I can't remember the name of the lounge. I think it's Sessions Lounge. And this is kind of more of an adults-only private lounge, kind of for more adults, more refined dining. And then up here, if the doors will open properly, here is the Diversions Lounge, which is still kind of more of like a bar lounge feel, but it's more like a sports bar where you can still bring the family. It's still kind of family appropriate. Back here, you kind of got like a fancy sports bar lounge looking thing to it, and I'll go out and around so you guys can get a better view of it if the doors won't lag. And then we'll open this door here. So we'll go up and around. We'll walk up this way and run forward. So let's see here, we'll go up here. So here's the Diversions Lounge. Tables, little buffet in the corner like on the real thing. Big TV in the middle. And then here's Beach Street back here, which Beach Street normally has all sorts of like decorations on it, and you can't really do those kind of decorations. Here's a little gift shop right here. Little duty-free gift shop. And then we'll go up to deck 4, which features the movie theater, and I think a handful of other kids' places as well. So here's the Walt Disney Theater. Big, open, fancy theater. Where they'll play movies, do shows, all that kind of cool stuff. And the cool thing about this theater is Chris actually wired it up to have, let's see here, if I can get it to shut off. There it goes. Has working lights. So, say a show's going on, you'll shut the lights off, so the lights will go dim in the theater, and then you have little cool working lights, which it lags on the server, so it didn't go off for some reason. Come on, go off. I want to show them the... There it goes. So, see? We won't bother with too much on that, because we still got a lot to see. So, if you guys want to see that more, you can always download the world and see it for yourself. Here's kind of like a little table lounge area. It actually has a name on the ship, but I don't remember the name, and it's kind of just a small little snack area on deck 4. So we'll work our way back here where the shops are. And here we got here's the Treasure Duty Free shop, which is closed right now just because we didn't build it, so we just made it closed. And then here's Mickey's Mates retail shop with all sorts of stuff. And I think those signs are flipped. Actually, that's the Mickey shop. This is the Duty Free shop. So Chris flip-flopped the signs on that. So I'll fix that before I release the world save to you guys. And we'll work our way back here on deck 4 to the Oceaneers Club and Oceaneers Lounge, which if you guys are watching, those are the two newest things you guys saw on the preview. Wait, those are on deck 5, so actually one more thing I gotta show you on deck 4. And this is Studio C. Me and Chris worked on this one together side by side with this one. And I think we were streaming when we were working on this one. And so you got like kind of little movie theater style look to it, fancy Hollywood look to it, little bar in the corner. Big fancy stage for all sorts of stuff. And we'll work our way back to the animator's palette, which I know I had a handful of people going, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? So you got paintings on the wall, got the black liners, and then these are supposed to be paintbrushes, but it's kind of impossible to do paintbrushes in Minecraft, so there's all the fanciness to it. And we'll work our way back. We'll take the back staircase up to deck 5, which has all the kids kind of areas and stuff like that. There's not really anything back that way. Oh, wait, I almost forgot one restaurant for you guys, which is on deck 3. I don't want to forget anything. Oh, and we also have a conference room, too, on deck 2 I have to show you guys quick as well. So we'll work our way back down. Like I said, there is a lot to this ship, so try to bear with me as I show you all of it all in one. Here's the... Which lounge is this one? I didn't make this lounge. This was A.A. Coggin did this one. Oh yeah, the Pirate Key Lounge, or K, depending on how you choose to pronounce it. I heard it's pronounced Key, I've heard it's pronounced K, so it's your choice on how you want to pronounce it. So, there you got a little restaurant, little tables, all that kind of cool stuff. And let's work our way back. So we'll go down and I'll show you guys that conference room, which I totally forgot. And Chris forgets it in his video too, so, because it just blends in with the rooms. Here it is. Oh, and I have the staff area to show you guys too as well. Don't let me forget that. Which, hold on, where is the staff rooms? Alright, here is the conference room. So, a little cake in the back, big presenting area up top, all that kind of cool. Okay, I gotta stop saying all that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, just pretty much tables, paintings, really basic bland conference room. And we'll quick find the, like, can I get my fly mode on? There we go. We'll quick find the crew quarters, which I think has a double door. I can mark it up by that, or I have one of the room doors open. Where in the hell is it? Gotta find this room. Wandering through the magic. Another open room door. Where is this thing? Might be on deck 1 possibly, or one of the upper decks. Actually, I bet you that's where it is. It's on one of the upper decks, so we'll work our way up to a top or an upper passenger deck, and that's where it is. Let's go up. Deck 4, we are already shown this one off, so I'll go back to deck 5. But first, let's try to find that that crew staff area. But I'll hit some of the stuff along the side. Here's the Vista Buena Theater, or Bueno, or B-E-B-U, Bueno Vista Theater. That's what it is. So it resembles the Walt Disney one a little bit, but not as intense. And normally it has a slope down, but once again, since there is stuff below us, we couldn't really do that in Minecraft. And right up here, we got the Atrium overlook kind of areas. And right up here, we got the kids areas. So the Oceaneer Club, and it's all kind of like a little parent check-in place, and then kids only pass here. And so you got little TVs up here, play things throughout the area. Each room is kind of different themed. Like here's another themed area, all that kind of fun stuff. Once again, I said that again. Here you got the stage. Sorry, I'm thinking lounges, which kind of you put on shows for the kids. All that. Caught myself on that one. Here you got an underwater theme, TV, little play area that's kind of all what's the term I'm thinking? Atlantis. Sorry, it's like 1 a.m. and I just finished a 4-hour stream, so I'm still a little out of it. Here you kind of got a forest themed play area, tables for arts and crafts, all that cool stuff. Once again, I caught myself. Jeez, I gotta stop saying that. Here you got the Oceaneer's lab, and it has tables, computers everywhere for the kids to play on, big screens, beanbag chairs, little library. This isn't actually featured on Chris's map download or his video, just because I had built it midday today. So if you guys get the map through me, it's gonna have that in it, and it's gonna be a little more detail on it that we left out. So here's the bow area, which we made our way up to here. Here's like a staff-only pool. Not to be confused, here's where everyone gets confused. On the Magic, it's staff-only, but on the Dream and Fantasy, it's kind of like a teen area. So, and apparently Minecraft wants to freeze for us, so let's wait for it to respond. There we go. All good. When I go on the outside of the ship, I found out that it tends to lag my Minecraft. I don't know why. It's probably just because there's so much detail onto the front of it that it has to render. So we will work our way up a staircase, which will go up and find those the crew quarters. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I put them in on deck 6. I can't remember. I was building with Chris, and he said, "Oh, this area doesn't have anything to it." And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out." So we'll quick find it here. Fingers crossed I used a double door so I can actually find the damn thing. But yeah, Chris left the area marked out. I'm like, wait, I'm gonna put something there, so I did. Where is that damn door? We will find this, everyone. Don't worry. And if I don't find it, feel free to download the world and go wander around for yourself. Go hunt for that big open space. You'll probably be able to tell it because a lot of the bigger open spaces just have these doors sealed off. Oh, we forgot something on deck 4. Glad you guys reminded me that. Alright. I forgot to show you guys the Walt Disney Theater on deck 5, I think, maybe. Can't remember the decks. This, like I said, this ship is huge, so you can get lost in it in 2 seconds. So we're going to go up past this way, which I'm going to glitch into some walls. And we will go back this way. Run back, back, back. Gotta save time because it's probably we're already probably 20 minutes in. So, all right, right up here is the Walt. Oh wait, I did show you guys the Walt Disney Theater. I am losing it. Like I said, it's late. Sorry about if I do stutter on or something like that, because it is late, and like I said, I did a 3-hour stream and I'm exhausted. So hopefully after this, I will shoot one more video for the dream and I will pass out. So I expect hopefully now we're gonna start working back on Operation Infinite Ocean. I haven't touched that in about 2 weeks. Yeah, so 2 weeks, and we will look for those crew quarters. I am going to find them. Not seeing them. So, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to quick pause the video for you guys, and once we resume, we'll be back in the crew quarters. So, sit tight. And poof, we're back. I used the magic of the Disney magic to find them. Actually, I no-clipped the hell out of the ship, so. They're actually on deck 3. Actually, deck 2, sorry. In the middle of them, and they actually only use a single door. So here's the crew quarters. You got lockers here, bunk beds, TV for them, little lounge kind of area for them. And so that's on deck 3. So they're just kind of throwing that out there for you guys. So we'll go back up to the top, back where we were. So that's the crew quarters on deck 2. So if you guys want to go see them, and then we'll download. Go feel free to download them, download it, and check it out for yourself. And so now we are going to work our way back up another deck, which I think that covers everything for the interior. Last I checked, it did. Let me think. Animator's palette, the back restaurant, front restaurant, bow. Yeah, that covers everything for the interior. So we will work our way up to the top, which it gets a little tricky up here. So the top floor, there's only one way to get onto the top deck, and apparently Minecraft wants to lag the hell out of me right here. There's only one way to get up to the top deck, and you have to go up here. And here's the bridge, so I'll quick show you guys the bridge. So after you guys see the bridge, I'll show you guys the one way to get up to the top. So here's the bridge. Got and some of the pictures, they'll bring kids up and they can play with this wheel, I think. And I don't know if this one's the actual wheel or something, but I've seen kids where they have pictures next to that wheel. You got 2 chairs up here. So this is pretty much identical to how they really have it on the bow. And I didn't include the side the side control panels just because those aren't always seen on the ship. So sometimes they have covers over them. So I decided to leave them out. And I'm glitching and lagging like hell. So sorry about that if that's causing any quality damage to the video. All right. So here's where it gets a little tricky. So here we're up by the bridge. The elevators stop, and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? You actually have to go back and then catch the second set of elevators and stairs. And none of the stairs and elevators go up past deck 8 except for this little set, which gets a little confusing. So here we got the spa and fitness center, which you got the 3 rooms of private beds for massages and stuff. Up here, you got wood paneling, sidings, all that stuff. I mean, you guys can see the wood paneling, so that's kind of obvious. Treadmills overlooking the front of the ship. You can run on. Whee! So we'll walk back out here. And we'll keep on walking. Alright, here we got the first of the 3 pools. This is the forward one, which is kind of more based around just swimming in general, not any catch to it. Little hot tubs to the side. And then tables and chairs throughout the whole entire ship. Then here's one of the first of many bars on the top, which is Signals Bar. And I mean the top of the ship is just covered in bars. It's like every pool has their own separate bar. Every deck has their own kind of like, well, not deck, but every part of it has its own separate theme to it, I guess. Here's the Quarters Masters Arcade, which I'm going to place a block of brown wool apparently. A little couch, game machines, pool table, simple little arcade. Nothing too fantabulous about it. Second pool, which this one I think is, yeah, this one's based around the Jumbotron screen. And I think they do put on shows down here, so this pool's kind of more like you sit in the pool, watch crap all day kind of pool. You'll sit on your chairs and stuff, all that kind of, well, all that stuff that happens on the ship. So another hot tub in the back. And then, like I said, each kind of deck has their own little theme thing. Here's Pinocchio's Pizza. You got pizza being made, and then you can order fresh pizza to sit at your table. And we'll work our way back here. So here's something that gets a little confusing as well. So in order to ride the water slide, you actually have to be on deck 9, not deck 10, where the water slide starts. Walk up here, and then here's kind of like the service access to the smokestack. Please slide down on your butt. Forget that, I'm sliding down on my feet. Whee! So we're going to slide down the water slide and try not to fall off it. And riding down the water slide here brings us right to the back pool, which is kind of a little more shallower, kind of once again just a lounging around pool. I think this one's more kid-based too, actually. That one's for the younger kids. Right here you got Pluto's Dog House Snack Bar. So you can get food back here too. And once again, every pool has their own thing. And we'll show you the last thing on this deck, which I'm going to break something here. There we go. No, I don't want to put brown wool. Damn you. I am just... Seriously, I got gray wool? Oh, there it goes. Alright, we're all good. I'm just trying to keep the world save clean for you guys, because after this I have to make the world save for you guys while it's uploading. And so here you got the Palo, I think it is. Yeah, Palo's, I think. Oh no, this is Topside Buffet. Palo's is above us. Here's the Topside Dinner Buffet, which is a little more family orientated for just a buffet kind of feel to it. And I'm going to break more blocks. Wow, I am just having a ball with breaking blocks. So, alright, here we go. And like I said, when I get outside the ship, Minecraft lags. So as you can tell, it's starting to give me a little bit of lag. Here is Palo, this is more the high-end, fancy, nice restaurant look to it. Got like a little place to order your food, sit at your nice fancy tables. Alright, and we will work our way up the ship. Got decks. Here's the smokestacks, which once again at the end I'll give you guys a quick overview of the whole entire outside. Here's the smokestack from this side or whatever. And we'll keep moving our way up. And here we are at this thing. I'm not 100% positive of the name. I think they renamed it maybe in 2012, but it's either called the Stack or Vibe. There's two names for it, but the interior I don't think has changed over the names. Sorry about that. But so pretty much what it is it has like a log cabin feel to it, and it's kind of like a teen lounge. And it's open from I think 11 to 2 a.m. So it's pretty cool. Right here we got all these kind of cool stuff to it. It has TVs, board games, internet. I think, if I'm not mistaken, internet. And so got little couches and lounge for the teens to hang out. Personally, if I was on the ship, that's where I would be the whole time. But I have no absolute desire to go on a cruise just because I wouldn't want to get stuck in a ship if they didn't have Wi-Fi or anything like that. So here's the top area to get down, and we will quick work our way up here. You got the basketball courts, the sport center, kind of the hoop, little volleyball net, and here's the mini golf course. So that pretty much completes the tour of the interior. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview, but I'm going to quick pause the video, refresh back up on. I was going to give you guys a quick list of tips that are on the real ship and that you won't know about if you don't, like, if I have a website that has all these information on it. So I'm going to quick refresh back up on that, and I'll quick stop back with you. Alright, and we're back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you guys some ship tips, just in case if you guys are actually really going on the ship, or if you've been on it before, or if you just kind of want to learn some of this stuff about the ship. So I'm going to start out with one of the first ones. One of the first ship tips is when you're booking your room, you might want to look into them a little more, because some of them kind of have noisy upstairs, like on deck 2, deck 3 is right above you. So if you book a room on deck 2, you might want to get in more of a quiet area so don't have as much kind of noise, I guess you could say. And then we're going to work our way to our next ship tip, which is if you feel quiet, or if you feel okay, let me get this quiet. Feel like some quiet time in your stateroom. No need to go hungry. Most items are available for free through the room service, which is kind of nice and cool, I guess. And alcoholic beverages and prepackaged snacks are available, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of these things are all inclusive, too, when you go on a cruise. So, like, some of that kind of stuff is, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you just usually pay an upfront price for food and stuff like that. Some of the other stuff you can look on this website, which I'll put a link that has kind of random fun facts. Like, The anchor weighs 23,000 pounds. And apparently I'm going to accidentally click on a link here, and it's going to take me away. Like the Disney cruise, they'll have fireworks on it. I think on some of the Caribbean cruises, there's 3 pools. You will be taken care of on board with the crew of 950 people. One crew member for every 3 guests. The Disney Magic and the Wonders iconic 7-note melody "When You Wish Upon the Star" is part of when they blow the horn, as that's part of their melody. And I'm going to move the camera here so you guys can see some more. The Grand Atrium has the helmsman Mickey, which is from the Steamboat Willie theme, and that was the original idea behind it. And I think on the other ship, on the other ones, they have each one that are different. Each one has a different captain at a wheel in the middle of an atrium, and that includes the same for Dream and Fantasy. And apparently I'm going to click on another link, and I don't want to. Stop doing that. And then we'll work our way down to some other fun facts here. Here's another one. During your cruise, you will rotate throughout Disney's 3 main dining rooms: Lumiere's, Animator's Palette, and Pirate Key or K, enjoying dinner. When you check in at port, you'll receive tickets for your parties, restaurants, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's kind of known. Here's another one. Here's another ship tip. You'll receive a personal navigator in your stateroom each night with the next day's activities and showtimes. You'll search the web for previous personal navigators of your ships and itineraries to familiarize yourself with. So you can go find that all on Disney's website, which is pretty cool. Here's another fun little tip. If you'll be taking your own photos, you'll need film processed aboard the ship. There is a film processor on deck 4 midship. And then apparently there's also photographers on the ship that'll take pictures of your kids if you want them to meet the princesses. I think that's in the atrium. I can't remember how far into the trip. So here's another fun ship tip. Dinner attire can be a little confusing. Most nights of the cruise are cruise casual. No t-shirts, jeans, shorts on most cruises, but there'll also be a pirate night when pirate garb is welcome during dinner. On the cruises, 4 nights or less are no official or semi-formal, i.e. leather or no jacket, all that kind of stuff. On longer cruises, there will be more formal and formal black tie nights. And dressy attire is always expected at the Palo restaurant, which is kind of given. And then here's more info on Castaway Cay, which actually a cool little fun fact for you guys. If you're still watching and you haven't gotten bored or tried to fast forward through this part, we will be building Castaway Cay on a 1-to-1 scale, so you can expect that probably after I finish the Dream. So expect that to be coming up and all that kind of cool stuff. Another little fun tip is back on Deck 7, there's actually a secret overlook, which is not known by a lot of people because the doors aren't kind of marked out like, ooh, overlook. So if you guys are back here on Deck 7 after my game wants to generate, and then I also have one more thing to show you, which this not generating reminded me to do. And I'll quick show you guys. So back here on Deck 7, there's actually a secret little overlook, and I think it's this one right here, this deck right. Whoops, let me turn off my speed hack. And this is the secret overlook right here, so you can kind of see off the back, because apparently not a lot of people know about it, because just the way the single door is and kind of hidden to the back. But another ship tip is if you're going to be going on a Disney cruise, you're going to want to try to get there early and board early, so that way you can kind of familiarize your way around the ship before everything gets too crowded and kind of chaotic. That pretty much wraps it up for the ship tips, I think. Well, there's one more. Disney's Castaway Club offers guest benefits, all that kind of fun stuff, so book ahead when you're on your cruise. So if you're going to be wanting to do something on Castaway Cay, make sure you guys do that early. I think that pretty much covers it for that stuff. So if you guys are going on a cruise, I'll put a link in for the website that has all this kind of fun stuff about the ship. And when we built it, we used this website a bunch too, and it's actually kind of really cool. I have no desire to go on a cruise myself, but actually it's really fun to know how it works and kind of all that cool stuff. So one quick thing to show you guys before we do the exterior is I'm going to go down and use a little hack mode, I guess you can say. Which here, I'll turn it on in through here. Alright, there we go. Actually, it's going to be buggy and not let me do it. Alright, here we are in the engine room, which I did. I think in one of the previews I forgot to show you guys the finished product. So here you got the engine room, fuel tanks. In here you got water tanks. I'll try to get in here. You got the water tanks in here, and then you got the generators, and then you got the, I think it goes generators, engines, and then rolling machines. So pretty much the generators generate the power for the engines, and then the engines do their job, and then they send the power onto the rolling machines, which cause the props to actually spin and actually work. And this ship does actually feature a full working hull and props. We don't have the props spinning, but I think there's actually a mod that lets Minecraft blocks spin freely. Unfortunately, the only way down here is to hack your way in or cheat your way in or break blocks. And that's because one of the main ways down we kind of accidentally broke off. So you'll just have to use no clip, or you'll just break a block to get in if you want to come down here or something. There's not too much to it, so there's not really a huge thrill to. So now I'll quick do a little overview of the outside if I can actually readjust my computer. So I'll do a quick overview. The ship features 2 smokestacks. One of them is actually real, the other one's fake, just for looks. And then the ship's lifeboats this ship was one of the first ships to actually feature yellow lifeboats, and had to obtain special permission from the Coast Guard. And then also another cool fact about the ship is it's an Italian-made ship by a shipyard that I can't remember. They made they made a really fancy old yacht that the ship was similarly designed off of, or not yacht but ship. And then it was also built in 2 locations, and what they ended up doing is it was built almost, I think, 50 or 60 miles away, and they used a tugboat to tow the back half to the front half, and then they welded it together and then took it out for sea trials. And so pretty much you got the 2 smokestacks, all the fun stuff. It features 2 can't remember the terms I'm looking for. 2 weather/radio centers on the ship, one in the front, one in the aft. And those are constantly 24/7 monitored, so they're always watching for new weather updates to keep you guys posted and all that kind of stuff. And then they also have the latest on their ship decks too. And then the ship features both aft thrusters and bow thrusters, which if you guys aren't very familiar with nautical terms, that means there's little holes up in here in the front bow wave breaker, which my Minecraft tends to get a little laggy when I drop by the ship. Right up here, there's little props in this thing, which you can't really see it because we're in the water. Oh, here they are, if you can kind of see them lately. And that means what they can do is the ship can literally rotate 360 degrees without moving an inch forward. So while it's at port, if they needed to spin the ship around, they pretty much just push away from the bow using their bow and side thrust or an aft thrusters, and they just spin the ship around and out they go. And actually, quite a few more modern cruise ships feature that technique as well now too. They've been implementing it just because they don't need to use tugboats to move them around anymore. So that pretty much wraps it up for this this tour, the full, complete, detailed tour, all that fun stuff. I'll hopefully get the download link out to you guys while it's uploading and while it's editing. This is like a 30-minute tour, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys show your friends, like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you guys watch my new series coming out, Building the Dream. I'm hopefully going to be filming episode 1 right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.